bing, bidi, boom. Bing, bing, meow. There it is. That's done. Can we drop? We can drop. Do we have sound? The music is. Oh, oh. We are here. Roll the open team. You want to try to say bonjour?
Bonjour. Hi. How are you today?
It's random, so there's 3 options.
Bonjour. Hi.
Bonjour, hi.
Oh, hi.
Bonjour, hi. It's random. So the 2 you provided me and the one I had initially. So now I could do 2d6 here. And I should put it bigger. But then, you know, okay. She doesn't like when I start talking along. She was like, what's happening? Why are you mad? But now it's like, okay, I don't want to be on your lap anymore. Okay. You know what? The stream will be shorter today. We'll explain in a few seconds, but you know what? Sure, Dev, you're right. Let's left off. Straight to the... That was weird. That was stuck in the void. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Behind My Cloud. And today we'll see it's really behind my cloud. Because... Ooh, very happy to be here. It will be a shorter stream today. I have... It's been, for me, it was 2 weekend or longer weekend. 3 days. 2 3-day weekends. That means 4-day weeks. It's nice, but yeah, you still have to do stuff. And I had like each week had a day at the office, so that means no recording, less focus. You're like more interrupt and stuff like that. So you know, life being the life. I have a lot of recording to do today, so but super excited about all those recording. I will share with you a little bit more. Last week I didn't stream, and sorry, Dev was just sharing that in the chat. I was presenting Aspire talk in French, and I'm always a little bit more nervous when it's in French. I'm not sure why. I shouldn't, since it's my primary language, but I don't know. I was shy, not shy, nervous. Well, shy also probably. There's so many buzzwords, and I was like, oh, like what's the good way to say that in French? Because most of the time, even if I speak French rarely about tech, I will still say scalable and VMs. I won't use the term in French, so that was kind of like one thing that was making me nervous. But I was really happy. We didn't have a lot of people live watching with us, so it was a quiet chat. But and I was kind of like thinking about that after the fact. It was like, okay, it's Friday afternoon, so even in my time zone, it was like it was. I think we started at 11 my time zone, a.m. It means in Europe it was kind of already late, and it was a Friday. So who will be watching Aspire technical stuff on a Friday night? We should have thought about that. I think it was making sense on paper. I think it's a good time, like it's a good Windows time, so we can catch a lot of French speaking people, but maybe not on a Friday, maybe more on Monday or something like that. Anyway, but it was fun. The demo is cool. I want to revisit that on a shorter form and probably do it from Linux. Because a lot of time, oh, like, is it because, no, that one is also, I don't know why I was stuck in the void just before. So yeah, I want to show because this presentation was all with Visual Studio, like the big one, how like most people call it. It's fantastic. The experience is great and everything. But I was thinking, oh, like I think it should be good to do it also not in the big Visual Studio, maybe like in the terminal or like in VS Code, just to show like, hey, if you're not using VS Code, like if you're not using Visual Studio, you can still do Aspire. If you are not using VS Code, you can still use Aspire. So kind of that. I thought it could be interesting. I'm not using, what's the other tool? There's like another big tool that looks a little bit like Visual Studio. I forgot the name. I don't use it. I like too much VS Code. ReSharper, no, like kind of a competitor of like the big Visual Studio. Yeah, from JetBrains. I think it's from Byte, but it's not ReSharper. ReSharper is kind of just like a plugin that apply policies, I think. Writers. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. You know, that's why you're my my co-pilot here. So yeah, Rider. Maybe I should try to use Rider, but at the same time, I don't know if Rider is available on Linux. But at the same time, I like my VS Code. I feel like it does really what I want. Let's open a new window. And I can bring back feedback about it also to the product team. You didn't understand, sorry, Dev. I'm just catching up what you're saying in the chat. So yeah, it was in French. Behind my cloud. No, I call that, this stream is called Behind My Cloud. It's on the, like, on YouTube. Is that work? Yeah, Behind My Cloud. So red on that one. Not sure why. And today I feel like I'm yellow. I didn't do adjustment, and I'm sitting today because I thought, yeah, no, the idea behind my cloud is I do a lot of stuff on cloud and Azure and stuff, like more and more .NET too, because I'm part of the cloud advocate on .NET. But I thought this is where I share, like, this is where we build the stuff, like it's the behind the scene, like making make it related to cloud. That's why I called it Behind My Cloud. Okay. It's even, what? They had support for, you cannot code on an Android. You can build stuff for Android. Maybe I could try it. I don't know. I feel like I really enjoy VS Code though, but I can try it. We could do Aspire inside Rider just for fun. That will be for another day. So yeah, so today the plan is to give a little bit update on 2D6 Dungeon app, because I did work on it offline. Why? Because it was raining and I was off. Because of course, when you have free time, instead of being nice weather and everything, it was like super, super, super hot, no wind, no nothing. And so like I went outside, and after that I was like, wait, I need to chill. So I came in the basement and coded a bit. And the next day, I think it was like thunderstorm and like rain and everything. And I was like, oh, you know what? And I was very close to stream, and then I was like, I feel like just if I'm tired after like 20 minutes, I wanna be able to stop. So that's why I didn't stream. But I want to share with you what I did, because I did make some kind of cool progress. And after that, I want to share a little bit more what I will be recording later today, and maybe take your pulse. What do you think? Like how we should adapt this? Like I will be recording 2 or 3 video. Maybe I could record that other video on Aspire on Linux using VS Code and the terminal. But and if I still have energy, then at the end of my day I could stream. But to be honest, I think I will be dead because it's Friday. I'm not sure I like those headset. Am I grabbing it? I think they go this way. I think they go. I just found those. I used to work with those a long time ago. Settings. I think. Let's check. Let's see. Whoops, not that. Where is the settings stuff? Sound. Test. Let's do a test.
Front, left. Front, right.
Okay, so now it's working. I was wearing them reverse. That's why it was. They can tilt like that. So when you put it on your desk, you could put them flat, and also to carry them, it was easier. That's why I use them. And I was like, oh, maybe they are smaller. So I thought maybe it could be better than like my big Bose. They are very comfortable and everything, but they are big. And I have some plugs also, but then if I put the plugs, I don't hear anything that's happening in the house, and I don't like that. But they are very good. It is the headset. They are awful. Okay, well, we'll stop. You can't catch that, right? Oh my god. Maybe I should adjust my mic. Can you still hear me? Can you still hear the headset crack? I think yes. Okay, cool. So, what is 2D6 Dungeon app? Oh, and I like, since it's shorter stream today, I still need to land. Screw you. Unfortunately, we can still hear you. Okay, so 2D6 Dungeon, while like our digital friends are having fun here. 2D6 Dungeon app is a dice. In fact, 2D6 Dungeon is a dice and paper game. It's a real game. If we open that, yeah, so many digital friends landed. That's cool. Congrats. So it is based on books. So like Toby Lancaster did books, rules, and like bunch with tables and stuff like that, and then you roll the dice and you build your dungeon, and like you roll to know like the definition. It's a bit like Dungeon and Dragon, but like it's a different set of rules and stuff like that. And when I was a Kickstarter campaign, I jumped on it, loved it, and then I tried to play on my tablet, and it was a lot of context switching because you know, looking at the PDF, and then a different app to roll the dice, and then a different app to draw the map, and a different app to see the tables, and like a different app to like to see the sheets and take notes. So I was like, wow, like that's a lot of different app. And I was like, maybe I could build some kind of companion app. And I thought, I know, like I always look for projects where I could practice coding and practice technology and stuff like that. So I decided, you know what, I will create a 2d6 dungeon app. It's not the full game, it's more as a companion app. So I think you still need to, not I think, I assume my goal is you still need to buy the book, at least the rules, to be able to play and understand what's happening, what you need to do and stuff like that. But the book, the app should help you to avoid too much context switching. But of course, if you need to dig into like, oh yeah, but in this case, where should I go? Like you need to have the book and then read. Oh yeah, that's cool. So yeah, building companion. So we build that. This is the look. So we're using right now a database in a container. Right now I have two versions of the database. I have MySQL and SQL Server. On top of that, I'm using Data API Builder in his own container. Data API Builder, or DAB, is able to really scaffold a CRUD API on top of a database. It creates a REST endpoint. That's the one I'm using right now. And it's also using, I'll find the word, GraphQL endpoint that I may switch eventually because you can get more stuff. I'm still like not sure yet, but it's very powerful. So we're using that. So blah 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 API. Then we have the app itself. Right now we're using a Blazor website. Eventually, I think we want to go to a mobile app so we could play offline. So we'll probably go and use .NET MAUI hybrid. So we'll be able to like have the oh no, it's not the hybrid, it's .NET MAUI Blazor or something like that. I forgot the name. Dan told me the other day. How is it? I think that's it. It's .NET MAUI Blazor, because hybrid is something else. So that way we'll be able to port, and then we'll have to manage different challenges. And that's why I'm doing those exercises. I think that's a great way to learn, building like a real thing, because then you get real challenge. If you just do the hello world, the simple stuff, then like everything will be good. You never hit any wall. So like having like a proper idea, a proper app, proper something you want to build really helped into that. So we're doing that, doing Blazor. So eventually when we go mobile, what I was about to say is we'll have to manage like a offline and then sync of a database and things like that, like having the data, part of the data maybe, or like full of the data, or like I don't know, like some kind of data offline and things like that. So we'll have to take some decision here of like what we do. I'm not good, and you will see that I'm not great in for the UI, or I don't want to spend too much time on that. So I decided to use Fluent UI for Blazor, and that's what you see right now here. If I can move myself, that's Fluent UI for Blazor. So it's definitely it's a corporate look, so maybe not the best one for a game, but it simplifies a lot for me, like putting things around and stuff like that most of the time, because a few stream ago we had a lot of fun not trying to fix something and to realize it was like a component that was doing that. Anyway, so that's the thing. So today I want to show you where we are in that app, and I think what is the next move. So we maybe next stream we can start doing that. Yeah. So earlier I did start my container. So I have a Docker Compose that start my 2 containers. So right now I have the database running with my API running in my Visual Studio code here. That is huge. I can go maybe like this. Voila. We can start the client. So let's go with the new instance. And we'll go and see what's the new stuff. Voila. So, and like here I have a few tabs, and for me, they were to test some settings. So right now, you could load an adventure. Let's create a new one. So if you create a new adventure, then you will have to select an adventurer. Let's say we want to create a new adventurer. So we'll go here and let's create you. Surely down. So you know what? Let's put a space here like that. What weapon would you like? Longsword, great axe, heavy mace. Maybe you're not there anymore. Let's take the heavy mace. What? Typex? Oh, yeah. Heavy mace, aha. Cool. So now we can pick you 2 maneuver. So solid building, and I don't know, like which one do you prefer? And the pommel thumb or carven hit. So it's 2d6 plus 2. And you will need a die set of 1 and 2 and 5 and 2 and 3 and 2. Nice solid hit. Cool. So I think between those two, they are the same. So let's go like pommel thump. I don't know what pommel mean. Like I wonder if I could inject icons in there, so we could, like we did build a nice little dice. But maybe I could put them there. I need to check that. That would be nicer. So now armor pieces. Same thing here. We should have. Why they are dice? I'm not sure. Oh, it's modifier. I don't know. So where we have a jerkin, padded tunic, quilted coat, and hidden doublet. So they are all -1 damage. I feel like padded tunic. And a magic scroll, you can have 1 magic scroll. Balance, increase the discipline, magical focus, mental whip, mental psychic attack, increase the combative ability for a time, destroy 1 lock. I think since you're like you're a real brute, we'll take the mental whip for you. So now we can save this adventure and say, Sturdy Dev is here, experience 0 because you're just starting, level 1. Voila. So now we can pick, and we have here our player. So now we can create our dungeon. And when you start a dungeon, oh, we need to fix that. You know what? Let's create an issue right away. Issue. New issue. in dungeon creation. Dungeon creation. Dice are not showing. I don't know why I put a capital C here. Yeah. Do I have my tool to do screenshot? Forgot. Why can I not see the app? Okay, there it is. I had a tool to do screenshot. In utility, maybe? Nope. A flame shot, maybe? Let's give it a try. So if I go back to here, take a screenshot. Bleep, bleep. Excellent. Option. I want just this. Include the pointer. Why not?
Yay!
Or just select an area. I think that would be better. Okay. Arr. Come on. Oh, I need to no. What? It's not responding. Okay, there it is. Take a screenshot. It didn't listen to me. Option, okay, just grab the current window. This. Whatever. Okay, that's good. Share. Ooh, that's nice. Save. Okay. That's good. Put it there. Switch again. Bing, bang, bing. Bing, bang, bada boom. Hey, I want to make an... Oh, no. Oh, and got it. Yeah, Jackie Code is doing that. It's true. No, I don't do got that. I know what it is, and I was even tempted to have fun with it, but I just don't have time. But you can share more about your idea if you want. That's always cool. So I think can drag and drop. Wow, that'll be good, right? So now, yeah, cool. And nice to see you. First time in the chat. Okay, so let's continue our little tour. So now we have an app, and when we roll the dice, we can see here that so like it froze though. Oh no, so why can it remove that? I don't know. I cannot. If I do escape, it doesn't do anything. If I move the key, I don't know. So we roll a 3 and a 2. Unfortunately, we cannot see it. I feel like, okay, let's try again. So we can create a new adventure. We'll pick our guy here. We can roll. Okay, so this, we still have the bug, but so now we created the lobby. Lobby always have 3 doors, so those are the one in red or reddish, and the blue is the entrance where we came in. So like if you go to the blue door, then you're out of the dungeon. So now if we start, it will save everything in the database so we can get back to that later on. And we have our lobby here. We can pick a door. So you can say, hey, I want to go east. And you can open the door. Nothing will happen right now, but eventually what we'll do is like, okay, now draw that room and stuff like that. Because now we kind of like, I'm trying to work on the thing I thought was like a little challenging or harder. Hey. So that's why like, that's not finished yet. So now the next will be like position the thing. That will be a challenge though, because I need to understand where to fit that next room. So here we have the adventurer. That will be like the character sheet. So now that we did work on more information, I can change that and like put more information. That would be cool. Other stuff right now, there's nothing. We'll put, I'm not sure what, maybe notes or something like that. And combat, this is where we spend the few last stream there. So usually when you are in the room, you will read the room definition and will say, oh, it's a prison, and like you have a guard there, so you need to fight. And then after the fight, roll a dice to whatever treasure or something like that. So then you need to come to the combat room, and we'll make that grid here more efficient later on. But for now, you pick the monster. So not the monster, the creature. I'm trying to use the same vocabulary as it is in the book. So you pick the same creature. So let's say we are in that dungeon and there's a guard. So, or maybe a jailer. That would be more like appropriate. So you say, okay, select. Well, like you pick whatever is in the book. So let's say we select the jailer. So now we are in that combat screen. And we have information about the jailer here. So we see like he's level 1, is human. No, not copilot. Is human, humanoid. I think that's a type. You got 6 point, 10 experience, 1 shift. Come back to that later. That's what I work the most offline. Treasure roll. So when we beat him, we need to roll for the PT1 plus 1 table. Interrupt. So barge on secondary -2. So every time we have a 2, like he will interrupt our stuff. Maneuver. So that's when he attacks. So like he can do sharp picks for a D6 -2 damage, or a punch with a D6 -3 damage. Like short description here. And then we have the prime attack roll. So like when it is turn, if he hit like double 1 or double 6, something special happens. In the middle, we have kind of like the information cards. So they are called quick reference card. So right now we are in the card, like, so there will be like a stack, and I need to find a way to make it a little bit more obvious and prettiest. When I was talking about, I'm not the best at making UI. This is why, oh, and I should go in the other corner. I will be less in the way. So here was like the prime roll and stuff. That was the little dice I was talking about earlier, that I could be cool, like when we are hit, like selecting our weapons and stuff like that, we could put those little, it would be cool if we can put those little dice in the list. So coming back here, so this card is here by default because as the combat advance, it will affect the combat. So there's a notion of fatigue that adjust shift. So shift is when you roll the dice. Let's say I'm rolling the dice. If I have a 1, like if I have 1 and 2, then I can do this maneuver. But if I have 2 and 2, a double 2, like I cannot hit anything. But because I have a shift of 2, that means I can turn my dice and then have 1 and 2 and I will be able to hit. So as fatigue goes on, kind of help and accelerate this stuff. So at every turn you can add one number, and when you reach 4, then like it's +1 shift, and it's when you hit 5, 6, it's moving. So like that's, but then it's very annoying, that thing. Then there's another card here, hit and shift, that with a little bit of explanation. And there's another one. Stop. Hide menu. Always. Okay. Hit and shift. Oh, and roll it. So it's only 2 cards. It's only 2 cards. So why have +1 here? I'm not sure. So we have 2 cards, and finally we have here our hero, our adventurer, Shuri Dev, with 0 XP, level 1, 10 XP, shift 2, precision 0 right now, apply rune nothing, maneuver. You have 2 maneuver we picked previously with the armor pieces. We have the magic scroll, magic scroll. Oh, like that's a potion. Should change that. So let's take a screenshot and take a note of that. Take a screenshot. Share. A little bit more like this. Can I just, let's try that. Can I copy paste directly into a new issue? Voila, it's great. That's fast. That tool is great. Now I just need to learn the keystream. Can you answer my question again? Okay, so Ely Storm 9. I just stream once a week, so I'm not sure it will be like a lot of help coming from me. Not that I don't want to, I just think like I won't be a lot of help for you. And I don't know anything about Godot, and I don't have the time to learn it. So, but what Sorty Dev was suggesting was you should have a look at the streamer Jackie Codes, Jackie_codes. You will see a lot of good stuff there. But unfortunately for me, I don't think it's a best fit. But if you at some point you have question or like stuff about like how to deploy it in the cloud, or I don't know, like some database or anything code related, I think I'm not even sure if Godot, it's a proprietary language, right? It's not C#. But if you have .NET question, then I can help. So back to our game. So that's our game. So right now, what I did had is this ugly interface here where we can now roll the dice to start the fight. So when we roll and like go finish the turn. So now we are at turn 0. And also at the bottom, I have a journal combat journal that will kind of like log all the stuff. So we could roll the dice. So now see we have 3 and 6. So 3 and 6, oh, I'm really close to do that Pommelton, but not me, but Surly Dev. So instead of like, I have a 3 here. So if I go down and I have 2 shift, it means I could move the dice 2 times. So I could go down by 1. So now I have 1 shift left. And if I go down here, now I could do that action. So I could roll the dice again to see what's the result. So I will have to roll the d6, like the red one is the primary. And no, so like now I can, and you can see here like dice is 0. I cannot go down in both dices because I have no shift left, but I can go up because that's where I came from. So I could go up here again. I could go up here again, and I now have my 2 shift. So that was, it looks stupid, but it was it was hard to code. So now we have that. So we know we could roll. So we can say, hey, roll. And now I had 3. So 3 plus 1 make 4. So we make 4 hit points. Yeah. And he doesn't have any armor. Yeah, so there it is. We bang. So now, so one thing we'll have is to then, you know, update the screen for jailer, like the creature, and then we'll go end turn. When we end the turn, turn goes up. Here in the log, we have all the action we did. I think it's maybe 2 verbas. I'm not sure. I think I should, instead of like logging every move, I should, when I hit turn, just say, okay, like you move 1 here, 1 here. I don't like, I'm not sure. Or maybe when, I don't know. I'm not sure like how much, or maybe like this is all I should do, or maybe not. I don't know. Like journal combat, and turn 0 will start. So that's about it. So the next thing I want to go in this app is right now the fact that you have 2 shift to start is hard coded. It should come from the player. I would like to be able, when you end your turn, it should then focus on the enemy. And obviously you need to play for the enemy. Like it's a solo game, so there's no AI in there. Like you need to play all role and like build your own story. But it should kind of like, okay, flip. Now it's the other fighter, and then like and like do something like that. So we need to, in the combat, we need to bring those two. So like the selected creature and our adventurer need to be part of it. We need to be able to read the information from them to fill our screen and then put it back there when you're hit. So yeah. Oh, sorry, I hit the mic really bad with my watch. I'm really sorry about that. So that's the status of the game. That's what I did, worked on. Not bad, right? It was nice. And I wanted to stream today, even if it was a shorter one, because I wanted to share that with you. And I didn't have like a complete demo explaining everything we did. So that's about it. I can stop this thing. Stop. And that's cool. I really like that. That tool is really cool. So I'm using, it's called, what was it called again? It was called Flame shot. Really like that. Let's bring this the configuration. That's pretty cool. So yeah, shortcut. How do I trigger the That's interesting. Doesn't look like add, show, move, redo, copy, save the screenshot. Like, how do you open the capture screen? So I will have to put like a open like a Linux thing to do it. Can I do it? Let's system. Settings, that's what I want. Let's share this setting with you. Let's bring that guy here. I think there's keyboard. Customize shortcut. Custom shortcut. Add a shortcut. Set the shortcut. This command is, oh, I need to know how to start that guy. Can I just say flame shot? I don't think it will work. But we can try. If I do flame shot. I think we need to Windows. Close Windows. No. Launcher. Yeah, we'll have to understand where that app is and start it, right? How do you search where the app is? That's a silly question, right? Can I see where it's installed? Here, maybe? Show details. It doesn't say where it is installed, is it? Let me share what I'm looking at. Looking at the store. Let's open that page. Yeah, it looks like it's just like capture with grid after 2-second delay. Could that be the thing? So okay, if I do, so if I run this command, cool, okay. So then why? So not this, but here, if I put that like this, I closed it. Now if I do my this 1, 2, it's not working. Or do I need to log in, log out, or something like that for it to refresh? When you do screenshot, when you do maybe, right? Print screen is the capture screen. Oh, really? So I could just do print screen. Print screen. I could have done that. I always forget that there's already a tool for that. Okay, anyway, so maybe we'll see if it works after login, but I don't want to do that right now. Control C here. Okay. Let me share quickly because I see the times fly and I said it was supposed to be a shorter one today. So if we go here, and I'm working these days on where is it? Where is it? Where is it? This one. The Star Trek demo. Should I go in the other corner? Maybe. Star Trek demo. So Star Trek demo is contains multiple demos that I use in different streams and videos and events. Not events, but events. Sorry. For example, this video and that video here, where like I show how to auto-generate a host using the tab, same technology that we use. And that's why Dev at the beginning say, behind my cloud, we work on the tool when we learn and do things, and then I go to event and talk about it.
Only the name, it's the same sort of project.
So here we were having fun with Jerry, like building stuff, but we didn't spend a lot of time on in this specific case, it was all about that. So I want to get back and say, hey, how do you use, and that's what I will be talking about in my next video, and I want to publish those videos on the .NET YouTube channel. That's why I'm like, I could have record with you guys, but then because it's like an official Microsoft channel, like I prefer doing it offline and kind of like do as many takes as needed, and I want the content to be like kind of like published first over there, not like, you know, I'm not polished on my channel first. Yeah, so we have different apps, so I will be showing how we can do GraphQL queries in a console application. So I want to do this one. So like here, like there's an app for that where I explain how to do it. So I think I will do like a short video with, hey, okay, let's build a new app, let's do this, to do that, like kind of a thing. And then in the other demo I want to show is like, it's the same twice here. But let's say we take the WebAssembly. It's the same thing we're doing, but then we're doing it in a Blazor, and then we'll populate quick grid. So we'll talk about that, because when you use Strawberry Shake, that's the library, the package I'm using. 2d6 down. That's the library I'm using. Where is it? Strawberry Shake. It creates a component for you, so you can just use the component, and in the context put your grid, and it will fetch and fill automatically. Or if you want to use the virtualize or like a paging and stuff like that, then you could do something else. And for that, it didn't work with Dab, unfortunately, because to be able to do the quick grid virtualize, and that's super cool because it really kind of like only fetch what it shows. So if your grid show 20 lines, then it only go fetch 20 lines. And if you have like, I don't know, like 2000 recordings, scroll, so it will show you ... just like that, a bunch of lines of ... and when it stop, that's when it go, oh, I need to display something, go fetch the 20 lines and just like fill that, so it's faster this way. So to do that, you need to have like a skip and an initial and stuff like that. And Dab work more as a paging, so it works with the token. So I build my own custom endpoint. So I call Choco Spot using hot chocolate. So hot chocolate, it's if I click here, open that. So chili cream, they have 3 products. They have banana K-pop. So this is the IDE to build your GraphQL query. You have hot chocolate, that was kind of like to create a server, like an endpoint, GraphQL, or Strawberry Shake that help you to create the client in your app. So initially it was more on the Strawberry Shake I want to focus. I had no other choice, so I'm also doing like the banana K-pop, because that's what I need to explain. Hey, you need a query. How did you arrive with that query? Kind of an introduction level. But also, I'm not sure I will do anything about the hot chocolate, the Choco Spot. I'm using it. I'm saying I'm using it. Say, hey, go there. I'm not sure we'll do a video about that. Maybe I should. I don't know. We'll see. I think I will start with those 2, and after that we could do more with like quick grid, paging, or like whatever. Like I'm doing blog posts too. So yeah, so that's what I will be recording the rest of the day, and I have a meeting also coming up soon for a hackathon. So that's about it. That's the news of the day. And with that, I think it's top of the hour, so I think it's a good time to let you go watch someone else. We won't rate, we're just like a very few right now, but it was fun to have you. I wanted to do a stream, even if it was a shorter one, because I want to keep the habit. When you stop streaming, getting back into that habit of streaming is hard. So I thought, you know what, no, let's go there, stream just like a few minutes, and then, you know, we made it 1 hour. At the same time, share the status and keep the habit of streaming. So if, but I doubt it. I shouldn't say it because I doubt it will happen. But if, like, at the end of the day, I'm still feeling like good and full of energy, kind of like, you know, I can give like not a good show, but I could be entertaining and stuff like that. I will stream again later today, but I think we're looking more at doing it next week. With that, everybody, I think we'll go save the stuff and we'll stop the stream. See you on the next one. Bye, everybody. Woo, woo, woo.